Imagine waking up tomorrow. Everything seems perfectly normal. The sun is shining, people are driving to work, birds are flying overhead. Then, without any warning, the Earth suddenly stops spinning. Not forever, just 5 seconds. Would you even notice? Or would those 5 seconds completely change our planet forever? Let's find out. Most people think the Earth isn't moving. But right now, you're already traveling through space incredibly fast. At the equator, Earth's surface spins at about 1,670 kilometers per hour, or over 1,000 miles per hour. That's faster than many commercial airplanes. Even cities far from the equator are still moving at hundreds of kilometers per hour. You don't feel it because everything around you, the air, the oceans, the buildings, is moving at exactly the same speed. But if Earth suddenly stopped, everything else wouldn't. The moment the planet stopped, you wouldn't simply stand still. Your body would continue moving eastward at the exact speed Earth had been spinning. If you were standing at the equator, you'd suddenly be launched sideways at nearly 1,670 kilometers per hour. That's almost Mach 1.4, faster than the speed of sound. Imagine every person, every car, every train, every airplane, every loose object still moving while the ground beneath them suddenly stopped. It would be like hitting an invisible wall at jet speed. Most buildings would not survive. Neither would almost anyone caught outside. But here's where things become even worse. The atmosphere wouldn't stop instantly. It would continue racing around the planet. That means global winds reaching over 1,600 kilometers per hour. That's stronger than the most powerful tornado ever recorded. Entire forests would be flattened. Skyscrapers would collapse. Cars would become flying projectiles. Even massive cargo ships could be lifted by gigantic waves. Imagine standing outside while the air itself moves faster than a Formula One car. The oceans would keep moving too. Billions of tons of water would surge eastward. Mega tsunamis, possibly hundreds of meters high, would slam into continents. Entire coastlines could disappear within minutes. Cities like New York, Tokyo, London, Sydney, Rio de Janeiro could be devastated. Even places hundreds of kilometers inland wouldn't necessarily be safe. Water carries enormous momentum. Once it's moving, it's incredibly difficult to stop. Surprisingly, airplanes already flying might actually have a better chance than people on the ground. Pilots constantly deal with moving air. The real danger wouldn't be the aircraft. It would be the atmosphere itself becoming violently unstable. Extreme turbulence, supersonic winds, and complete chaos in air traffic. Landing safely would become almost impossible. Here's something fascinating. 5 seconds isn't long enough to permanently stop Earth's rotation. After those 5 seconds, the planet magically starts spinning again. The length of the day would barely change. Sunrise and sunset would stay almost exactly the same. But humanity would never forget those 5 seconds. The destruction would rival, or even exceed, the largest natural disasters in history. Here's something most people don't realize. Earth's rotation is already slowing down. Not dramatically, but very slowly. Every century, the length of a day increases by roughly 1.7 milliseconds. The moon is gradually stealing a tiny bit of Earth's rotational energy through tidal forces. Billions of years ago, a single day on Earth lasted only about 19 hours. Nature is already slowing the planet, just incredibly slowly. Fortunately, not in 5 seconds. It's incredible to think that something we never notice, Earth quietly spinning beneath our feet, is actually one of the reasons life exists exactly as we know it. And losing that motion, even for just 5 seconds, could become one of the greatest disasters imaginable. If you enjoyed exploring impossible science questions like this, make sure to subscribe. Because next time, we're asking an even bigger question. What if the moon suddenly disappeared? See you in the next video.